I'm Elizabeth Turley. I'm a fire wife, a stay-at-home mom of 3 crazy girls, and I'm a part of Team Edge. Fitness, for me, I was 8 the first time I started weight training. Really, my mom worked out to, what's his name? What's the crazy guy's name? Not Richard Simmons. Is it Richard Simmons? It is. Just her in front of the TV rocking out, being crazy. And she would work out with him on the videos. And then, I don't know how they were in our house, but she had like Flex magazines, you know? And so I'd look through those and I'd see the bodybuilding girls, and I wanted to do that, like at a really young age. I'd sneak them into my room, and she had a set of dumbbells, and I would like do curls in my bedroom. So back then, like, there wasn't a lot of bikini girls, there wasn't any. So back then it was like really muscular ladies, and still I was like, for some reason I was always attracted to that. I just loved it. When I was young, that's what I wanted to do. My mom was a single mom. My dad was in and out, like on the weekends. We moved from Alaska. I lived there until I was, I think, 6 or 7. And so my dad is a drug addict. He's recovered. Growing up, seeing my dad doing the drugs, seeing him, he was abusive to my mom. I went down that path. Like, I had big dreams as a kid, and then I was 16 when I got my first tattoo. I had my daughter when I was 19, and I really had lost hope that I didn't think that it was possible to get on the stage. Like, I didn't know that girls could compete with tattoos. I thought that they were judged for it. I didn't know about bikini. Like, I had no idea that bikini had started, and it was still pretty new. I mean, 2008. So, anyways, crazy life, drugs, partying, like, having kids. I really didn't think that I could compete. Like, it was a dream of mine when I was a kid, and then I just kind of like blew it off, like, okay, that's just not part of my life anymore, you know? It's not something that I get to see come to pass. You know, fast forward now, I have 3, and I just let my health kind of just go, you know? I just felt sick. Like, I got to a point where I was on the couch all the time. Just like, my oldest would start helping me get meals for them because I was just so tired and like had no energy. And my husband, he's gone like up to 3-4 days at a time, sometimes weeks. And so we would just be inside that whole time. And so then I saw some friends starting to post about a boot camp on Facebook, and they were all super happy and like, oh, we feel great. Like, and still I didn't quite feel it. Like, I wasn't ready to get back on the fitness bandwagon. But then Amy from Team Edge, she posted a competition picture. And it just reminded me. And she has a baby. She has her daughter. And I remembered, like, that dream. And so a combination of seeing that and then seeing, you know, all my friends getting fit again, feeling healthy, and then just being like, I mean, I don't know, I struggled with facing 30. It was rough. So I finally, like, after seeing all those pictures and seeing Amy, you know, I was like, screw it. I'm gonna go out with a bang if I'm gonna face 30 head on, you know? My friend who was going to the boot camp like every weekend, she was finally like, dude, your first class is free, just go, you know? So I did. I went with her, and it kicked my butt, and it was a wake-up call because I had been, into sports, and I always felt like, although I had that 2 years of downtime, I always prided myself on my health, but it felt good at the same time. And it kind of like, I tell the guys that run the boot camp, I'm like, you lit that fire again, inside me. And I feel like at that point it was just like a snowball effect. After that, like I said, I saw Amy's pictures and I talked to Amy. I wasn't ready for a team yet. I had heard a lot about, politics and things like that. I'm like, I could do this. I've weight trained my whole life. Like, I've read enough Oxygen magazines that I know what I'm doing. I had no idea what I was getting into. I didn't know anything. Like, although I had read the Flex magazines and knew a lot about, or thought I knew a lot about the prep, I didn't know where to go online. I didn't know any of that. So I called Amy. I did 2 competitions with her. My first, I placed 16th. It was fun, but I totally messed up on my posing. I was like, I almost fell over on stage. So that was like my biggest fear, and I almost did it. But I wore like really big heels too. I was like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna look tall with my heels. That was bad. So then my second show was on May 4th. I placed 4th. And at this point, I had already kind of decided. I had emailed Ingrid and let her know I was looking into the team. I wanted the team because I wanted the sport. Watching Amy gave me that ability to see the team from a closer standpoint, I guess. And I saw that it was so much more than just like, oh, I'm a part of this team, or like, oh, I'm on Team Edge, so give me a trophy, So yes, after talking to Joe and him seeing me, like, I was lucky to have had him at the shows, because the team is at the shows. He saw me at my first show. He saw my posing. And he was at my second show when I placed 4th. And he saw my body type, stage ready. And so after talking to him, like I said, we talked about how long my prep would be. And at that point, we decided 8 weeks would be good. I competed with Team Edge for the first time on July 20th. I placed 3rd and qualified for USA, and then went to USA's the following weekend. So it was intense. My husband ended up getting called out my last 2 weeks, and it was huge. Like, I don't think that without my family, my friends, and the team, and Joe's support, like through text messaging and talking, that I could have made it that day. Like, and that's what I feel like the difference between not being on a team and being on a team is that if I was alone, if I didn't have my team, if I didn't have Joe to text and say, like, dude, this sucks, like, my husband's gone, my kids are crazy, I have to prep. And to have him be able to talk to me, and the biggest thing for me with Joe is that he understood. He understood what I was going through, and Joe texted me that day, and he was like, I know where you're coming from. He shared part of his story, and that was huge to me. Like, at that point, I knew, and this can sound crazy, but I knew that God had me on Team Edge for a reason. Like, so many of the girls do have a story. Joe has a story. Ingrid has a story. Like, they are real people, and I'm a real person, and I have real feelings, and competing, prep, it's not easy. And to have people there that are like, I've been there, I've done that, I know what you're going through, you're gonna be okay, and I'm your proof, like, that's priceless to me. And I just see that. I see more honest, open people in these girls that are on my team, and I just, through Instagram and all of that, you feel that, like, family, you know? It's so much different than just like, hey, I'm on a team, you know, ooh, I've got this name behind me. Because it's not that at all. Like, it's the fact that we go up on that stage and we have 30 girls in the audience who are not competing at that time. You know, they have their kids, they have their family, but they come to cheer you on and be there for you. And Ingrid and Joe, like I said, their stories connected me and make me feel safe. They make me feel like I'm with the right people. I know I'm safe. I know I'm taken care of with them. I've never in my life been this happy in my own skin. I'm just a happier person. Like, I feel better about myself. So yeah, I feel amazing. I get to go play with the kids at the park and actually play with them instead of Facebook while they play and I'm too tired sucking on my coffee. And like I said, my husband, he being a fireman, he's active. So before this, it was actually like a constant like battle between us because he would want to go to the gym and then come home and sleep, obviously, because he just killed himself at the gym. And now we do that together. And the girls get to play and they eat healthier. That's awesome. To see them like make better choices or want to go outside and play instead of watch TV, like, that's my confirmation that I'm doing the right thing, you know? I'm Elizabeth Turley and I'm a part of Team Edge.